Stockholm slave syndrome. Developing love for your abusers are the same people that kidnap you and bring you in a certain location. Um, that's very interesting. Ain't it? I was witnessing to a brother that I grew up pretty much in the Seventh Day Adventist church, right? And he was listening to me, but he was willing to. I say he listened, but he didn't make no comments. But anyway, let me go here. I'm gonna start the story over. I was in a situation. Of course, I be in these situations a lot, but in this particular recent situation, I was in this situation recent. I went somewhere and I had my bags, right? My bags. You know how some stores don't have a problem with you when you actually want to come up in there and bring your stuff in the store or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know how your stores you go in. Some of them don't. You say, "Can I leave my stuff up here?" Like, no, you go just take it with you. Like, and that's rare. Now, a lot of stores you go in, they have different rules, right? Okay, and having your stuff in the bag. And me, I'm one of those. I'm pretty outspoken. I'm gonna be as honest as possible. I'm gonna be like, hey, look, don't put your hands on my bag. It's rude. Just ask me politely. Hey, look, do you mind taking your bags and leaving them in the front? I just want to let you know, da da da, whatever. Don't just take my stuff and say, hey, hand me that, and then no, you don't do that. That's where you getting into my space then. And they treat all so-called black people like this. You see what I'm saying? All people of color, anybody who's an Israelite or whatever, or they feel that's a threat because they know that these people are more superior than them. Um, there was a situation that happened. This woman, the so-called black woman, a sister, uh, went in and went to protecting or standing up for her, the same people that raped her grandpa, grandmother, and all of them. And she went there, in essence, went to their defense. It's just like a relationship, right? A relationship, it's not like living in America, right? It's not like a relationship. We live over here in America for so long until our people start to develop a love for the same ones who's killing them in the streets. That's what you call Stockholm syndrome. This is the type of thing that then develop in the hearts of our people. It's pretty much like y'all know to hear about the story about how these girls they show it on the news sometime, how they went and kidnapped these women and they took them hostage and kept them hostage for like probably 10 years or a little over 10 years, and they get on the news and tell the story of what was it like, and the people been captured in their condition for so long until they start to develop a love to protect these same people who actually have been abusing them for over 10 years and kept them tied up for so long and beat the shit out of them. You see what I'm saying? So this is pretty much how a lot of the women think, our women, our women think when it comes to protecting the slave owners, the so-called Esau, right? Esau. So uh, when you start to tell the so-called black woman that your history has been hijacked, your nationality has been hijacked. The diet that you're eating, pork, that was given to you and it was beat into you. They forced your granddaddy is to eat that type of stuff. And that is the reason why you're eating it. So what I'm trying to tell you, these same people that's telling me that, hey, you need to leave your bags at the front, these are the same people that are your enemy. They are the they are the Bible said there is no end of all the people. In Ecclesiastes, I'm gonna find the scripture and put it in the description box. So those same people is still perpetrating that same envious and hatred toward our people today. You see what I'm saying? So when you tell a so-called black woman some stuff like this, in her mind, she already got already sealed and destined, predestined in her mind, regardless of in the so-called black man too, is predestined in their mind. Everything that you finna tell them about you being a slave and these are your enemies and stuff, nah. It's like in their mind, you is crazy. What the hell? It's like you already know it. When you say it, it's gonna bounce off because they got a shield of they're brainwashed. They're not gonna hear nothing that you're saying. They're gonna in their mind, I'm protecting this white man. I'm protecting this so-called white woman. No, you're not gonna say this about my slave master. I will call the police on you for my slave master. Yeah, this is how they think in their mind. And that's why when it happened, I had to come home and pause and think real, real hard. Why is it that? How did our women's and men develop? How did they develop those characteristics within themselves? You see what I'm saying? How did they get to that point? And I guess I can go back to the Bible where it talks about what? Uh, Jeremiah 1 and verse 3. Before you came out of the belly, I knew you. Before I came out of the womb, before I knew you, I already ordained you and sanctified you. Some people he predestined. The Most High already know how your life going to play out anyway. You see what I'm saying? He already know because he knows everything. And that's amazing how a God who already knows everything, he already know how your life is going to play out. You see what I'm saying? He already know how your life, everything gonna play out. So I became to the point to where I'm still amazed at that. How it's like if whatever you train a child to do, anybody can be trained to do a certain thing or do a certain pattern if you teach them that way. Yeah, whatever you teach a person to do, they gonna do it. Yeah, whatever you teach them to do, they gonna do it. And so that's what happened with our women. They done developed a spirit is to basically hate you and protect their protect Esau, their slave owners. Yeah, and it's just amazing, man. I just wanted to come and speak on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk some more on it, man. I've been doing videos on here um, all throughout the evening and stuff, man. You know, yeah. So I guess that's all right now that I gotta say. I'll come back and we'll talk some more on another topic. Let me know. Give me y'all comments. Talk to me in the comment section.